Hello everyone. Let's start the series of solving Leetcode 75 study plan. So the first question here is merge string alternatively. Let's understand the question first. You are given two strings, word1 and word2. Merge the strings by adding letters in alternating order, starting with word1. If a string is longer than the other, append the additional letters onto the end of the merge string. Return the merge string. So the example here is like word1 ABC and word2 PQR. So what we have to merge it, and how we have to merge it, like first the first letter of the word1 and then the first letter of word2, then the second letter of word1, then second letter of word2, then third letter of word1, then the third letter of word2. Like this we have to make a new string. It's like a zigzag, first this and then that. Okay, and if my word 1 or word 2, whichever word finish, then we have to append rest of the words of the other word, rest of the characters of the other word in my answer. Okay, let's see this example number 2. Here first I'll add a in my answer string, then I'll add p, then I added B in my answer string, then Q. Now my word one is over. I don't have more words in the word one, so I'll just add rest of the words in my answer. So my answer string will become A P B Q R S. Okay, where it is A P B Q R S. So we have to do it in this way. Likewise, if my word 2 get exhausted, so I'll add rest of the elements of the word 1 in my answer. Until it doesn't get exhausted, I'll add elements in the alternative manner, like first from word 1, then from word 2, word 1, word 2, like this. Similar, this example is also like that. Here my word 2 get exhausted first, so I'll add rest of the elements of the word 1 in my answer. So it's a really easy question. So let's start coding. So what's the intuition how to do the question? So the intuition behind is very brute force itself. We have to do whatever they have asked in question. Like if we code in the same way, we will get our answer, and it's the most optimized way to solve this question. Run a for loop for both the elements. For first, like we will have a check if my I doesn't get exceeded till the size. If it if it exceed, then I'll just break that while loop and add the rest of the elements. So let's understand it by the code. First, let's have the size of both the strings. Size 1 word 1 size, and then size 2 is my word 2 size. Then let's have a while loop. Okay, in order to iterate in these strings, I'll have a counter int I equals 0. It will start from the 0 index, and my 0 should be smaller than size 1, and it should be smaller than size 2. Why I'm using this and operator here? Because if any of the string get exhausted, I'll add rest of the elements of the other string in my answer, as we can see in these examples 2 and 3. If the size of the word 1 get exhausted, I'll add rest of the elements as it is, as they are in my answer. I don't need to further alternate them, because there's no other words in the word 1, so there's no need for adding alternating elements. It doesn't make sense. So okay, and let's have a string answer in which we will store our answer. It's an empty string in first. So if when we are in the first index, just add it word 1 first element in my answer, and also add word 2 first element in the answer, and increment your counter. Okay, and this while loop will run till both the conditions are true. If any of my if any of my strings get exhausted, we will just come out of the for loop. So for that we have to add rest of the elements. Now add the Now add the rest of the elements in answer. So for that we'll have a check. If my size 1 is greater than size 2, it means that size 2 is exhausted and now I have only size 1. It means I have only word 1, word 2 get exhausted. So I'll add rest of the elements of word 1 in the answer. Okay. So for that, let's have a string left 1 which will contain all the left elements, and have a for loop for int j equals I. It will start from where the I got terminated in the while loop. Smaller than size of 1 j plus plus left 1 plus equals word 1 of j. Okay, if I'll get all the left elements, I'll add it in my answer. Left 1. Similarly, we'll do the same for the, if my size 1 is bigger, it means if my size 2 is bigger, it means word 1 is exhausted now, and if word 2 is left. So for that word 2, what we will do is we'll have a string, let's call it left 2, then iterate a loop for int j equals I. J is smaller than the size 2, j plus plus, add the leftover elements of word 2 in the left 2 and add it in my answer left 2, and then just return answer. So let's check the code is correct. We found the size. I initialize 0 and then we'll have an answer. Okay, let's run it now. What's the problem? Okay, so I've used j, so and I'm using here I, which is wrong. So let's correct it now. Run it. It will work fine now. Just a small mistake. Yeah. So let's submit it. Yeah. So as we can see that, now let's understand the space and time complexity. So the time complexity will be big of n plus m, like the size of s1, like big of size 1 and size 2, because we are traversing in both the strings. So it will be, time complexity will be big of size of word 1 plus big of size of word 2. And the space complexity is also big of size of like size of word 1 and size of word 2, because we are storing all these words, all these letters in the word 1 and word 2 in my answer. So the space complexity, it will be uh, size 1 plus size 2, big of size 1 and size 2. Yeah, that's it.